Welcome back, guys. I know it's been a while. I essentially had to stop recording because this felt way too much like work, and I wasn't having fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and do something that I'm gonna enjoy that maybe not a lot of people have played, which is the Might and Magic series, specifically the most accessible three, and the ones that are the most tied together, oddly enough, which is Might and Magic: The World of Enroth combines is a mod that combines 6, 7, and 8, which all take place in Enroth, just on slightly different continents. And if I go to new game, you can actually see this is 6, this is 7, this is 8. Enroth, Jordan, and Garage, I think I pronounced that correctly. Anyway, we're going to go with Enroth, so we're getting the Enroth open. So hold on tight, and I'm going to shut up.
They came from the depths of the void, an ancient enemy of an ancient people. No one knows why they hate us so, or why they have made war upon us. Some say the struggle against their evil is the mandate of heaven. Though their origins and purpose are shrouded in mystery, their plan is simple. They travel, they land, and then they conquer. Now, they are here on our world to do to us what they have done to so many others. And they will do it, unless someone stops them.
Look at that. Beautiful. This is
Look, I see a way out! Falagar.
Come with me. You have much to learn before you can deal with the likes of those monsters. Since the arrival of the devils, foul creatures and evil spirits have appeared throughout the land.
and now
These signs and omens can have but one meaning, that your destiny is part of the mandate of heaven.
Yep, and now we get to character creation, and I'm going to jump into some pre-made characters. Okay, and I've already gone ahead and made the characters because it takes a while, and with this mod, there's a lot to go through. There's multiple races, and we can actually hire more people later. You can start playing this game with just one character that you create, and then you hire more people at certain spots. But because we're starting with Might and Magic 6, it's not really built for that, and to get those hirees takes a little while, and it would take forever to get anything done. So we're going to go ahead and cheat, and we're going to have 5. So the first one you see is Dr. Min Itor. He's a perfectly normal person. He's going to be our knight, and then we have the Dwed Pywit Woberts. Trust me, his name is in there. He's going to be our paladin. And each one of these skills can be maxed out by only a certain class. So I've tried to min-max as best I can. Third one is our cleric is going to be Xena Warrior Princess, because let's face it, that's exactly who they were going for. Fourth is our sorcerer, Vampirella. And our fifth is the archer, who is also our token elf, because of course she is. Each class can do specific things very well. Like you can Grandmaster a bow as an archer. Interestingly enough, in my playtest, the only class that could get ID item, which allows us to identify crap we pick up in dungeons, is the sorcerer. And I have not found a trainer that will get us ID item, at least not in Might and Magic 6. Now, the issue with that is because we're starting with Might and Magic 6, getting access to the Might and Magic 7 and Might and Magic 8 takes a while, and we have to find the NPC that actually tells us what's going on. So, well, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take the sorcerer and have her take the ID item skill. That way we can solve that problem. The sorcerer is probably going to be our sorcerer and the archer are going to split the utility skills, most likely. And maybe a little on the cleric. The cleric, though, is going to be our healer with the ability to max body. But you see, this is Might and Magic 8 character portrait. This is a Might and Magic 6 character portrait. This is a Might and Magic 8 character portrait. Vampires weren't added till Might and Magic 8, and then Might and Magic 7, as you can see, was a little, you can tell. So 6 went with hand-drawn, almost rotoscoped character portraits. 8 went with pretty decent. I think there were clay models scanned in, like the Doom sprites and stuff like that. But I don't know who was doing the art for 7. Then again, 7 is arguably the better game out of the 3. I disagree. I like 6 better. And 8 is kind of a disaster, but hey, what are you going to do? Anyway, we'll go ahead and get started here in just a quick second. Welcome to Might and Magic 6. We start in the town of New Sorpigal with very little to our name. Oh, one of the things that they added with the mod Bold of Enroth is mouselet. And I've done some editing to the piece as well, so we can play it more or less like a standard game. We also have to go into our inventory and equip any of our items. And it helps if we read this. These scrolls are unique. These are the story scrolls. My dear Solman, September 17th, 1152. You have done well, and I hereby promote you to High Priest in the Second Circle. There is a son of gold waiting for you in the hands of the Emperor in New Sorpigal. They return over to you if you tell them the Sandman sent you and show him the seal on the slender. Sandman, I like that. And the handling of the roll into the fair was masterful, and especially like the snowstorm touch. It really put the fear in him, didn't it? Superstitious fool. His removal has moved our timetable ahead by at least 2 years, and has spared us the trouble of assassinating him at a more delicate time. All arrangements are in place. My minions have engineered the recall of Queen Catherine to her homeland in Enroth, which is the original setting for Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and onwards, I believe. Queen Catherine's arguably the ruler of all of Enroth, which I believe is what the name of the world is. To attend the funeral of her father, she will not return this year, and that only leaves her worthless brat Nikolai and that idiot regent over Humphrey running things in the palace. The people have begun to sense that something is wrong, and perhaps the gods are angry. Perhaps the Iron Fists have lost the range of heaven. Just a few more disasters, and there may well be a full-scale rebellion, and we will be waiting at the breach, ready to step in and tell the sheep what to do and when to do it. Already our temples spread across the land, offering aid to those displaced by disasters and comfort to the bereaved. Yes, remain in your Sorpigal and stay out of sight. When the time is right, we will be contacted to give you further instructions. So take heart and know that our plan proceeds smoothly, and we will be ruling this world soon. Your position in the hierarchy will be great. So, this is a game that came out in 1997, I believe. And
Anyone thirsty?
There's some story information that is missing from what just happened. So let me go ahead and equip our guys. This is Bless. We'll take
Yes.
Pearl Ring, nothing there.
It worked.
So that's how you create potions, is you take reagents and dump
It
them in.
worked.
You have to have an empty vial. Bless.
Yes.
Heal. Good.
Yes.
Okay, so that's, again, she's our healer, so it'll be important.
This will work. That'll be useful.
I have absolutely no idea what skills I just gave her. Ooh. She has a magic
It
ring.
worked.
Cure weakness will come in handy. And then our token archer. Feather
This
Falls.
should be useful.
We're gonna cheat.
Perfect.
Seth did a video about this a couple of years ago, and yeah. Anyway, so the story is, the opening sequence, our characters, it's not them. That's not the point. Escape the, I'm trying to remember the name of the town, but the backstory takes place, the backstory of this game, the story between the opening sequence and where we are now is written in the manual. Unfortunately, I don't have the manual with me. I digress. Falagar, the wizard that we saw before things got weird, puts us through some training, and tells us that we must defeat the devils, which was the monsters that we saw at the beginning. Riding the dragon, that kind of thing. And then he drops us off in New Sorpigal with his letter. And he says, take this letter and show it to the mayor, because this letter uncovers a conspiracy that is plotting the overthrow of Erathia. All right. So there's a lot going on. So we're just going to go ahead, and this is the bar. Remember,
Hello, come on in.
hand over Pot Bellows. We can take his quest, but I'm not going to, because he's the follower of Ba. We don't know who, we kind of don't know who Ba is, but you can kind of guess. So Ba is are the bad guys. They're a cult of religious fanatics that are trying to take over the country. But we got a cool 1,000 gold out of it, so that went well. And it is 10 a.m. So that means I believe that this is.
I need your help.
Quest. Members of the Shadow Guild have moved down south recently. Have been trying to exert their influence over the merchants in the area. I refused them and them access to our town, so they kidnapped Sherry Carnegie, an old healer loved by the townspeople, in an attempt to convince me to let them operate here. I can't believe that their extortion has moved so far south. I thought I was safe from that down here. Please rescue Sherry. I can offer you some money as a reward, and I'm sure the townsfolk would appreciate a return. I'm so tired of the Shadow Guild, but don't have any substantial proof of their activities. I'd love to have something I could show Anthony Stone, proving the Shadow Guild is up to no good down here. Okay. And Janice wants, just south of town is an old keep called Goblin Watch. It was originally built to help keep the sound safe from goblin raids. But times have been so peaceful recently that we haven't been taking care of it. You can imagine our embarrassment when we realized that the very monsters we were guarding against have moved into the keep. They've also changed the lock on on a very important door leading to the caves below the dungeon level. We have a standing reward of 2,000 gold pieces to the ones who can figure out the combination and tell us what it is. Okay. So this is the town hall. We've talked to Frank Fairchild. We've talked to Janice. We've got 2 quests. And we have goblins. That is the goblin noise. And you can actually see the little green heads right there. We're not equipped for that yet. We can go to the bank, but I don't need to go to the bank at the moment. What I need is bows. because
Looking for a weapon?
bows are going to be our standard ranged weapon. 37 gold, I'll take it. It doesn't matter what kind of condition the bow is in. It doesn't matter if I can get it for a decent price without breaking the bank. I'm going to buy it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everybody the bow skill, or as many people as we can afford it.
Come again.
So we bought a couple of bows, nothing fancy. It doesn't really matter because we're going to end up giving them to our people, and we need the sorcerer bow. Sorceress. But we're also in town. We don't have that much gold, so let's see if we can talk some people into giving us more gold. Ooh, Buford Teat Almond, the barrister. Okay, what does he want? Our town is periodically plagued by giant spiders. I'm pretty sure that if the Spider Queen were killed, the rest of the spiders would go away. Currently, I'm offering a reward to the person who can kill the Spider Queen. Okay.
What are you looking at?
Learn skills. Blades End. There's several guilds across. There's the magic guilds, and then there's... I did not... Okay, so that includes the sorcerer from getting the disarm trap skill. It's a bit annoying. Huh. Or the dodge skill. Blades End and... Not this one. It's on the other side. But they have... there's a couple of guilds that allow us to get skills. Violet Dawson the Potter. She has a quest. That's interesting. Oh dear, can you help me? My daughter Angel is missing. I think she may have wandered into the abandoned temple near town. If she did, she could be in terrible danger. Who knows what kind of horrible things are lurking in that cursed place. Please find her and bring her back to me. Well, now we have a lost kid to deal with. Okay, Victor Horson the teacher, expert meditation. If mastering meditation is your goal, you need to see Norio Araganica in Mist. Mist is... We'll get the skills in a little bit. Expert body movement. Okay, that's the Minotaur, the Dr. Minotaur, and Paladin, the Dwed Pilot Roberts. Ijaz Masil, the Mystic. I am a collector of rare and exotic creatures, and I make a living by selling some of these creatures as pets. Currently, cobras are in great demand, and I don't have many cobra left to sell. Therefore, I will pay handsomely for any cobra eggs you might have. Remember, if you find any cobra eggs, I'll give you the best prices. We'll come across these people who will give us special prices for apparently random crap. Okay, and we're going to pick up the horseshoes. The horseshoes are a unique item that are in every stable in every town. There are always two of them. And they reset like monsters do. Monsters reset this game every year. Okay, he's expert in body magic. That'll be come in handy. They give us 2 free skill points. Mind magic. And spirit magic.
How about some training?
So this is the training grounds. There's training grounds in every city.
It's closed.
These teach us more of the thieving skills. Although I think these are a little redundant given the way the skill teachers have been spread out. We'll find out later. Magic. Fire magic. Okay. We're still broke. So, and we've talked to almost everybody except our common defense guy. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat just a little. Actually, there's a identification expert. This is going to be key. And expert perception. Perception is interesting because it allows you to dodge explosions effectively. So you can dodge traps, but that's all it does is allow you to dodge traps. So there's dodging, disarm trap, and perception. They each do different things. Dodging decreases the likelihood that you get hit by an enemy attack. Perception decreases the likelihood you get hit by a trap, and disarm trap increases the likelihood that you just don't deal with the trap at all. So, you know. we want disarm trap, because if we can disarm the trap, nobody gets hurt. Otherwise, I have to get perception for everybody in the party, and that's expensive. And given the fact that you can no longer master all skills for all classes, is inefficient. There's two reasons. I forgot to do something very important, and that is to set up my carrot.
Okay.
Quick cast. Does she have disarm trap yet? While we're here, we might as well go into the skills. So every skill has level. As you gain levels, that's unfortunate. I don't remember putting that in there. But I know how it happened. Because set the hotkey number 7 is how I turn off my recording. Oops. Anyway, so we'll gain skill points as we level up. When we finish with a trainer, we get a certain number of skill points. Starts at 4 and goes to 6 per level by the time the game ends. I think it's either 6 or 7. And to get expert, so you can get, and normal is what we have right now. It's normal. To get expert, we have to have 4 skill points. To get master, we have to find a master trainer and get to level 7. And the number of skill points required to get to upgrade, we're also going to have to get everybody armor skills. So yeah, I kind of wasted the repair item. Oh well. And each one of these has a significant change in each time you level up a skill. It changes things significantly. Or, I'm sorry, every time you
We
gain
don't need
expertise,
this.
it changes things significantly. I should be very specific about what I say. I need to get rid of these rings too. But we're getting some gold.
I don't know. We don't need this.
And this hand axe would be really good, except we don't have anybody who can use axes. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Mouthy little shits, aren't they? So every once in a while you come across a tree with these apples on them. If you click on it, you gain food. Food is used every time you want to rest outside a tavern, which we probably won't be doing ever. Or every time we travel, because the number of people in the party plus the number of days required. Actually, I think it's just the amount of days required. I'm not sure. Anyway.
Looking for a
Pick
weapon?
up another bow skill. Yes, hello, thank you. And I don't think we have enough money, not quite.
Come again.
But now she has a bow, and she can use the bow. And you're going to see why I keep insisting we get bows here in just a second. Where is the... Here.
Can I help you find anything?
We're going to sell the rings. I forgot to get him in the bow skill too. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and sell the fire resistance skill and the firebolt skill, or scrolls, I should say. Scrolls will pile up in our inventory, and we really won't have much use for them. I think Sorcerer starts with Wizard Eye. Wizard Eye is kind of dubious at this point. And, okay, and we can't use the horseshoe. Alright. And now we have enough to get him the bow skill as well. ID item. I need to get disarm trap before we go too much further. But we're going to go ahead with the bow. And
Looking for a weapon?
Items as well. This hammer and the axe. You have another bow? And we'll break the bank. Yes, it will. Okay.
Come again.
Alright, so we've got 4 people with the bow skill. In Might and Magic 6 originally, you could, bow was one of the options. Every class had the option to take, except I think at start, I should be specific. Learning, training. Learning is essentially bonus XP. It allows you to get bonus XP every again. This is hampered by the fact that only some people can grandmaster it. So you could have, I think, a sorcerer can grandmaster it, but you could effectively work with someone who. That's the wrong button. Someone who's getting 5 or 6 skills for every one that like the knight gets, because the knight is stupid. Like traditionally, the knight is fairly stupid. Okay, so what just happened there is I jumped this, and you can jump in this game. But the problem is I didn't make a clean jump. I didn't quite get across. I went right about here, which is you can see where the tile is. And I landed inside the water tile and not on the edge. And because we can't swim, if you land, and there is no swimming mechanic, if you land on the water, you take damage. Depending on how heavy your armor is, dictates how much damage. Alright. And this is... So we can do this. On their own, these guys are there's also a trap on one of these, on at least one of these chests here, so we'll come back to those. But this whole setup, and there's a reason I jumped. This whole setup is really new game experience. The new players can get it, kind of get a handle on it without being in too much risk. The apprentice mages and the journeyman mages, which we'll see later, aren't that dangerous. They don't have a whole lot of health. The journeyman mages, and I think there's 1 or 2 regular mages, can do a significant amount of damage, but they don't attack very often. Neither do the goblins themselves. Okay, so there's a reason. Why did I take damage by jumping this river when I could just cross the bridge? Because it's a trap. And that's a trap. That's a kind of a fuck you to the new players. You get to about here when they start aggroing on you, and you try to back up to get away from them because the apprentice mages start shooting fireballs. So you're thinking, I'll just retreat across the bridge and take them one at a time, and then you run smack dab into the little bastards who spawn behind you. Okay. Wells and fountains do certain things. Most of the time they do things you
We don't
want
need
them to
this. I don't know.
That's interesting. The fact that she can't identify it usually indicates that it's worth something. +6, that's +6, so it's just gonna be trash. Also, we picked up enough. I don't know what these people are doing out here, to be perfectly honest. But we did pick up enough spare cash to grab 1 more skill for bows. I don't think we're going to have enough money to get the bow itself, which is a bit of a bummer.
Looking for a weapon?
Yep, we can't afford
Come again.
So we're now short one bow. We can eventually we'll be able to go back and pick up, because I want to pick up both of those bows. So we need approximately, quick math, 700 gold to get those, to get both of those bows. Both of those bows are +4, which means you get +4 to hit, +4 to damage. Okay, so this is a trap. You see the goblins, and you're going, okay, I'll take the goblins on. And then all of a sudden, why? We're not within aggro range of the goblins. Why are my gems yellow? So there's 3 states. There's green, which means you're completely safe. You can rest without worrying about it, all that. Yellow means you have been spotted by the enemy and they are actively pursuing you. Or red, which means you're in contact, literally in contact with an enemy. Hello. There's our, so there's apprentice, we killed a journeyman, and then there's this guy, the regular mage. They can rip us
Please.
Cool. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and heal. This will get easier once I get the body magic skill for the paladin as well. Because I'll have 2 people doing healing. And I don't think this will explode. It doesn't.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Interesting. Catalyst.
We don't need this.
I don't know what those do. But at this point, we'll take everything we can get our dirty little paws on because we need money. Green barrel. Now, I have been told that the barrels randomize color. But that's not the case. Green is endurance, yellow is accuracy. Purple is...
Got that one.
Please.
White is luck, red is... You'll see I'll be doing this little strafing thing. It's...
That was too easy.
While I do this. I'm not strafing to... further away. What I'm doing is, because of the way the game's animation is often wander in our general direction. And us strafing in their general direction or just at all seems to help the targeting of the auto fire, which is what I'm using, to track them and allow us to hit. I don't remember what purple is. So purple is speed, orange is intellect. So red might, blue personality, green endurance, purple speed, yellow accuracy. And it actually shows, it actually starts showing up. This is our overall panel. You can see our reputation is nobody cares. Our fame is who are you? But if we go into, you can see a detailed stats breakdown, level experience. When we get to level 2, when we get enough experience to get to level 2, this will glow green. I'm just trying to think. We'll have the shoot is -1 because we don't actually have the skill. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So this is something you don't want to deal with, is a horde
I don't know.
of magicians. Because I'll actually show you what happens when we do a horde of magicians.
What is it?
Let me save. Horde of magicians. Charge! Magicians are weak, we can take them.
Come on, can't you see I'm in distress here?
And we're dead. Oops. Anyway, I'll be right back. And that's why you don't charge headlong into a horde. Because they can and will kick your ass. Anyway, I think I have enough to buy a bow. A plus 4 bow, I might add. And actually, what is the bow giving the archer as a plus 0? So I'm going to give the bow to the plus 4 bow to the archer, and give her plus 0 bow to my sorceress.
Looking for a weapon? Come again?
There'll be a lot of this.
Looking for a weapon?
Trading items.
Come again?
Just because under certain circumstances, it's easier just to give old equipment to another character than just to buy it. That won't always be the case, because eventually we'll be completely broke. It's just at the beginning, effectively completely broke. Our money problems. Now we have 5 people firing
Please.
and making mincemeat of these doing pretty significant damage to the enemy as well. All monsters have a threshold. Well, most monsters, I should say, because there are some monsters that just do not have a runaway threshold. Most monsters have a certain threshold, about 20% of their maximum health.
Please.
Let's kill another. Okay, so it's either maximum music or none at all. Sound balancing ain't great. The only problem is, again, we've got these boxes, but they're trapped. At least I think they are. And I'm not taking chances. Because in our current state, one trap could wipe the party. Or kill the sorcerers, at the least. And recovering from a dead character, there's 2 types of death. There's dead and eradicated. Dead, you have a body to bring back, you get their stuff back, but it's expensive. Eradicated can be resurrected, but I think all their equipment is gone. So it's one of those, it's not, if it happens, you're almost going to end up reloading your save. And you're going to want to save. This game doesn't do autosaves, except on transition between maps. But it does have an autosave system. And
Now there are now's actually a pretty good time to show you the second combat style. So there's action RPG, full-time combat, and then there's turn-based, which can make but it leaves you open for ranged attacks and kind of boring. But you can break the shit out of it if you know what you're doing. I know this is trapped. Full stop.
That was too easy. Got another one.
So the monsters are called color-coded. There's green, which is basic. Unfortunately, there's no surefire way to tell which one's which, because the color coding varies depending on the monster. For goblins, it's green, blue, and red. For mages, it's red, blue, and green, or red, green, and blue. So there are other monsters that have completely different color schemes, or even multiple spectrums. But we'll get there. Uruk. You know, Goblin, you leave. We take castle to watch over humans. No more kill us. Methinks that's not how this is going to work, pal. It's interesting that I actually haven't seen a red goblin. So it's goblins, goblin shaman, and then goblin kings. In 7, in 8, names. But I digress. So I think, have we done it? I think we've effectively wiped out. Oh no, we haven't. We have one more group of free range monsters, but we also have enough money for disarm trap. So we're gonna go get disarm trap. What time is it? 7 p.m. actually. We're gonna have to rest.
Hello, come on in. Enjoy your stay.
Resting at the inn is cheap. And then we're gonna go to the trainer. Okay, these will change color when we have a level. So that's a quick way of checking to see if you've got enough experience to get another level.
The store is closed.
No, where's Blaze End? It's over here, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. The stable looking house. You can get disarm.
The store is closed.
Okay. Well, we can actually just wait. So if you hit rest, you consume 2 food and you burn 8 hours. Or we can do...
The store is closed.
Crying out loud.
What are you looking at?
Disarm trap. Cool. And that's why I held on to these. Now I can do this. Lovely. Alright, now I'm going to give her another point. So now she can disarm traps. She's not particularly good at it, but she can still disarm traps, which is the important part. All stores have their own schedules. Most of the accessory stores, this is an accessory store, the Seeing Eye, they're usually it's 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. The weapons shops and training guilds, see there's a red goblin right there, are six to six. Closed till like want to see something funny? Here's Sword and Stone. Can't get it to budge. we'll come back to that. Because I think Dr. Mean Etor is only a few might points from being...
Please.
a couple...
Got another. Got another one.
And they change some
Out.
Alright, leave the sorceress alone. You... Monsters will pick on...
Got that one.
Clerics and paladins are good candidates because they know they can team, pick on them as primary targets. The sorceress is a good candidate because she has Alright, so yay. Everybody gets a leather jacket. And there's food in there. And chainmail. And a pike. And one of those. Nice. Ah, excellent.
I don't know.
Junk.
We don't need this. I don't know.
And
We don't need
we
this.
can pick up... Ooh, that's actually pretty good. I'm gonna hold on to that. Thank you. Here, you can have that back.
I don't know.
We don't need this.
I can't identify it.
Oh, I want this.
You can't have it because you can't learn that skill. Lost my train of thought. I'm going to give him this because it's slightly better. But he's going to get the plate mail. This is, I believe, from 8. And it makes the plate mail much more compact in your inventory. Here, you take that. And that's all yours. And you need a shirt. There you go. Okay. He's dead. Okay, good. And we have enough money to go back and get that other bow. Making sure I got all the treasure. Yes. Okay. So the reason we have to we want to come back out here, but we'll come back out here much, much later. And the reason is because this guy, Igor the Drooling Idiot, has ancient weapon expertise. And ancient weapons, the ancient weapon skill can only be learned in 6, can only be learned in one place, and can only go to expert in 6. Okay, so that's the end of all the free range monsters out here. So now we need to start doing dungeons. But the ancient weapons are not what you think, and more annoying than you're probably willing to consider.
Looking for a weapon?
We do have a bunch of chests.
Come again.
I haven't gone through. And give her that bow. I'm gonna do this.
Looking for a weapon?
Here, I'm gonna sell. Anybody else got any spare weapons? Okay, we'll go ahead and break down and do identify.
I don't know.
Okay, that was a waste. That's better. And we'll go ahead and sell that. And this dagger. And we'll keep this man.
Come again.
We can actually give this to the cleric. The only reason I didn't give it to him is because he has a shield.
Looking for a weapon?
And one
Come
of the big
again.
problems with the inventory setup for 7, is that screen where you have to go access inventory. You can't, or show inventory button. The problem is you can't pull stuff off your characters. So if your character is wearing it, you're SOL.
Move it quick.
Okay, so we've got a couple of doors. We've also got an auto map, which is amazing. A lot of the and this is the problem.
Please.
They're picking There we go. Fortunately, our archer is unconscious, and when a character goes unconscious, there's a chance that their equipment will break. It's just there's also monsters that can break, steal, or destroy your equipment as well. And so we're yay, we can explode. Hey, look, we found the code already.
We don't need this.
Wooden shield.
I
fork,
don't
gauntlets,
know.
we're gonna need those.
We don't need
And
this.
wizard eye. Need that, and we're gonna need that, and we're gonna need that. It's gonna go to him. I think it's better than the shield he's got. No, I'm wrong. Okay. Block boxes. And catalysts. And shitty chainmail. Nothing. See that smile? That means she disarmed a trap.
What is it?
Okay,
We don't need this.
good. Don't care. All right, again, it's all vendor traps. But at the moment, we need the vendor traps. We actually have the code so we can do that. We got what we're looking for. It's that simple. You can clean this place out at your leisure. But not that's an interesting little glitch. That is part of this mod pack. So these are the suckers. They're kind of like necromantic versions of bats. And much more disgusting. The problem is the bats.
I don't know.
Those are some
Well,
really nice.
I can't
is
do
it?
everything.
Those are some nice bats. But the thing is, the suckers don't have. The basic suckers don't do much. So that's not supposed to be there. That rat isn't supposed to be there. But there's a glitch on this wall. being a little loud.
What is it?
Okay, you are
What is it?
helpless. We're going to need to upgrade for, and that's fine. So, large rats and rats, or common rats, large rats, and
Let's kill another.
giant rats. The higher tier monsters, as it were, have the ability to inflict status elements like poison and disease. We don't want those. Okay, and now is the Goblin Launch code. We have to input the Goblin Launch code to get these doors open. However, there's 6 doors. And you have to input the code in a certain order in order to get all the doors to open. Otherwise, the doors close back on themselves. 2 guesses as to what the Goblin Watch code is. No, it's stupider than you think. Anyway, it's 2 p.m. If we hurry, we can turn the quest
Let's
in
get out.
before the mayor's office closes. One of the things that the mod adds that comes from, I think it's 7, is random weather effects.
I think it's closed.
Ah, crap, we just missed it. That's fine. We can do the other half, or the front half of this other temple. But you know what? I'm actually going to call it a video because I'm at about an hour now. And I don't want these to run too long or get too large. So I'm going to call it a video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.